This is the 30 Days to Sell Cars podcast. In this episode of our podcast, I am talking about blogging and how this one thing could be the single most important activity to secure your personal brand or your dealership's future in the car business. You're not going to want to miss this show. Hi, my name is Sean Cassy, and I'm excited you were able to join me today for this new episode of our podcast, 30 Days to Sell Cars. Today, I want to talk to you about the importance of the written content, and more precisely, about blogging, and why this simple activity can propel your career and your brand as an individual salesperson or your digital brand as a dealership. In my opinion, as I mentioned in the intro, it's probably the single most important activity for the growth of your career and business. Now, when most people think of the written content, they automatically think of blog posts. Although having a thriving blog featuring regular content attached to your domain might just give you the biggest unfair advantage over your competition, the written content is not limited to blog posts. It's everywhere. You should have a strong process in place to make sure that all your videos, podcasts, and the content of your posts on all social media channels are carefully worded to provide you with the maximum impact and authority for the keywords you want to rank to increase your sales. Always keep in mind that the only way people will find your content on the World Wide Web is if it's titled, described, tagged, and hashtagged properly. Even your best content will remain invisible to the eyes of the interested vehicle owners and shoppers if Google can't index it for what these people are looking for. The more keywords, the better. Always include your personal name or the name of your dealership and the names of the cities where you naturally drive traffic from. If you can, add the script of the video to the description and make sure you're not scared of long-form posts on Facebook or LinkedIn. Over the next few years, people are going to shift from typing their searches to using services like Google Voice, Google Home, Alexa, and the data already shows that when people ask Google using voice, they use it in the form of a question. If you can position your content as answers to these questions, you're going to enjoy an absolute unfair advantage. Do you understand the importance of using automotive keyword-rich words when you post all of your content? It's really critical. Now, to get back to the blog, if you don't have one, the first thing I want you to do after you finish listening to this podcast is to create one. It will be like blog.yourdomain.com or blog.yourname.com if you're a salesperson. I'm sure you figured out by now why it's so critical to your dealership or personal digital empire. Yes, it will provide your website and your domain name with more keywords. The more written content on your site will equal to more keywords associated to your domain. The more keywords associated with your domain, the more chances for prospects to find you. More prospects will equal to more conversation, more income, and obviously more profits. Do you want to see what I'm talking about when I mention an unfair advantage? Well, do this test. If you have an empty Word document and go to any of your competitors' website and you copy-paste all the written content of all their pages from their website, you will hardly find any dealer with more than roughly 5,000 words on their site. Most of them, you'll see, have more around 2,000 words. Now imagine if you had a strategy to create one blog post a week with an average of, let's say, 800 words each. That would provide your website with 3,200 new automotive keywords a month and 38,400 automotive keywords a year. Do that for the next 5 years while your competitors are asleep with the opportunity, and you will have just under 200,000 automotive keywords attached to your site and domain. That's just crazy. For Google, you would be perceived as an authority site instead of a retail site like most of your competitors. You would dominate the automotive searches for just about anything prospective vehicle owners and shoppers would be searching. That's strong. Now, contrary to paid ads, if one of your competitors wakes up in a few years and decides to imitate, they will never be able to catch up on the 200,000 word gap. Keep in mind that any written content could also ultimately be read as an audio content or presented as video content. And videos and podcasts, reversibly, could be sent to a transcript service like GoTranscript.com, for example, and be transformed into written content. It goes both ways. For example, if you don't have somebody that's good with written content at your dealership, but you have somebody that can talk for hours in front of the camera or a microphone, use that person's audio or video content and get a transcript of their content so you can turn it into a written content. Same thing goes if you're not good at writing content and you're driving your own personal brand, but you're good in front of the camera. Use the same tactic. You could also transform and repurpose content like this in any direction to achieve your content marketing objectives. For example, your new model review video could be transcribed and the script could become a blog post. There's no need to do the work twice. Now, this is very important. Make sure, if you're a dealership, to build your blog on an independent system and not on your current website's provider's blog tool, or else you will be forever hostage. You'll never be able to leave them. If you leave them, you will lose your blog content. Instead, choose a WordPress solution, or even better, get a Wix.com blog. Wix is easy to maintain and will allow you to create stunning blog posts you will own forever. You can attach your Wix blog to any website's provider solution simply by pointing your subdomain, blog.yourdomain.com, to Wix. You can do that with a few clicks. It's really, really easy. If you have any issue, you can obviously reach out. I'm the #1 Wix Pro designer on the planet, so I'm sure I'm going to be able to help you quite easily attach your Wix blog to your current website. Now, I hope I was able to provide you with an aha moment and that you can see clearly now how creating content can help you build your dealerships or your personal brand and digital empire and provide your website with an absolute unfair advantage over your competitors. Now, don't be intimidated with the task of building your blog. Simply go to Wix.com, pick a template, and start writing or getting your videos transcribed into written content. Trust me, you will thank me in a few months. Well, it was a pleasure again to have you over on our podcast. I hope you liked the episode and that you will get cranking on your personal or dealership blog. And that most importantly, you will be back for more great tips like these on our next episode. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify so you don't miss any of the exciting tools and tactics I want to share with you. Make sure to also leave me comments and ideas on what you thought of today's content and how you plan to use it to grow your digital brand. I'm curious to get your feedback. In the next episode, I have a surprise for you. I have the privilege and the honor, I should say, to interview the founder and master trainer of Dwayne Marino Automotive Solution, a company that provides leading-edge automotive sales training that have for ultimate goal to help its students and adopters achieve, listen to this, twice the sales in half the time. Wow, twice the sales in half the time. That has to be on your priority list, right? Well, I hope to catch you on the next episode. Until then, I wish you a great week. Remember that we only have 30 days to sell cars when the month starts, and we probably have less than that if you look at your calendar now. So like I love to say, let's sell some cars.